So now we have the second paragraph of the chapter, The Overcoat. It was a walk of just over a mile to the Kapadia's house, and I had covered about half the distance when I saw a girl standing in the middle of the road. So it was just a walking distance from the narrator's house to the Kapadia's house. So already the narrator had covered halfway to Kapadia's house when he saw a girl standing in the middle of the road. Okay, children. When he was halfway to Kapadia's house, he saw a girl standing in the middle of the road, and she must have been 16 or 17 years old. So he took a guess of girl's age. She must have been of 16 or 17 years old. She looked rather old fashioned. She wasn't wearing any modern look. She was looking old fashioned. She had long hair hanging to her waist and a flummoxy sequined dress. Flummoxy means attractive, charming. Sequined dress. Sequined means the jewels were there stitched on her dress, and her dress was of pink and lavender color that reminded the narrator of the photos in his grandmother's family album. That kind of dress the narrator had seen in the photos of his grandmother's family album. So the narrator went closer to that girl, and he noticed that she had lovely eyes and a winning smile. So the girl had lovely eyes and lovely smile as well. So the narrator wished her, said to her, "Good evening, it's a cold night to be out." So he was shocked to see the girl not wearing any woolens. Rather, she was out during that cold night without wearing any woolens. So he said to her, "It's a cold night to be out." So the girl asked him, "Are you going to the party?" "That's right, and I can see from your lovely dress that you are going too. Come along, we are nearly there." So the narrator said, "Yes, I guess you are going too to the same place, and you may join me." So she immediately fell into step beside the narrator. She started walking next to the narrator, and they soon saw lights from the Kapadia's house shining brightly through the deodars. And the light from the Kapadia's house, because the Kapadia's house was beautifully decorated, so lights were shining brightly through the deodars trees. Deodars are the trees, children. The girl told me her name was Julie. So what was the name of the girl? Her name was Julie, and the narrator hadn't seen her before. But I had only been in the hill station a few months, because the narrator was the resident of that hill station for a little time only. He wasn't staying there for a long time, so he didn't know that girl. There was quite a crowd at the party, so they entered the party hall, and there was it was a grand party. There was a crowd of the people at the party, and no one seemed to know Julie. So nobody knew Julie. Everyone thought that she was a friend of the narrator, and narrator also did not deny this thing, that she wasn't his friend. Obviously she was someone, she was feeling lonely and wanted to be friendly with people, because the narrator understood this thing, that the girl Julie was feeling lonely and wanted to be friendly with people, so better to be with her and not to let her feel alone. And she was certainly enjoying herself. Julie was enjoying herself in the party. I did not see her do much eating, but she flitted about from one group to another, talking, listening, laughing, and when the music began, she was dancing almost continuously. She was completely wrapped up in the music. So the narrator saw her just moving here and there. Flitting about means moving here and there from one group to another, and she wasn't eating too much. She was eating little bit. Rather, she was preferring to talk, listening, laughing. And when music started to play, she was dancing almost continuously. She was dancing, and she was completely lost in the music. Wrapped up in the music means lost in the music. It was almost midnight when I got up to go. As I was saying goodnight to my host and wishing everyone a Merry Christmas, Julie slipped her arm into mine and said she would be going home too. And as it was midnight and the narrator was about to move out of the party hall, and he was just bidding good night to the host of the party and wishing everyone a Merry Christmas, Julie too slipped her arm into narrator's arms and said that she would be going home too.